I took these 3 jars and I used epoxy glue to glue them together and have these nice color lids. Kind of like a stoplight, it was kind of handy. And I found it was interesting to use jars that are see-through. If they're see-through, they can see their money grow, and it's a visual aid for them. We have the first one is we give 10% into giving. And it's difficult for them to understand percentages in the younger age because they haven't learned that in school yet. But we found that if we take, like, for example, let's say you have $1 and so you give it to them in 10 cents increments. And so we put 10 cents in the give jar. And then the give can be give or share or tithe, whatever you want to call it, and you give it to your charity or fairy church or something, but giving really helps them appreciate what they do have, and it's an important financial lesson for them to learn. So we do the first 10% is to give to others, and 10% is to save. Saving for retirement, for example. This is what we put it for. They save for retirement for when they get older. We have a grandmother and they see that, the grandmother can't work anymore. Maybe as an example, what if grandmother had to go out every day and go work at a supermarket, for example? She can't. So how will she pay for her food? Well, she saved all her life. I found with our kids that it becomes a habit and they automatically do it, and I want them to have that habit. And then the third one here is invest, which is a little bit misleading actually, but because this is for saving up for bigger items. For example, at first is if they want to buy a toy that costs a lot more money than normal, or if they want to save up for something bigger. It's not really investment, it's just another way of delayed spending. But we put it as investment because later on we'll teach them that we do need to save for bigger things, but not just a bigger toy, but bigger things like your first driver's license or buying your first car and then eventually your house, And so 10%, 10%, 10% goes into each of these. And so then they have 70% left for spendings for whatever it is that they would like to get or need. And even from that, sometimes they save up a little bit to be able to get something special so they don't have to take it from an investment jar that is for an even larger item. But one thing we found is that if we take a picture, we draw a picture and we cut it out or from a magazine and you actually glue it on the jar to show what that goes towards. Like for example, here it could be the giving jar. Maybe you're supporting a child, sponsoring a child in a third world country. You put a picture of that kid on there. The other one is you're saving for retirement or for a house or something. You put a picture of that on there, and then it helps them visualize what it's going to as well.